Hey folks, Species7 here, and welcome back to the channel. We're back in Farming Simulator 2015, or 15, sorry, and having a look at another new map. And this is a new map that is not at all new. This is in fact Old Family Farm 2015. Next to Steve's fine work of Glen Malure, Old Family Farm was my second favorite map of the entire 2013 season, shall we call it, 2-year run, whatever we want to refer to it as. Also one of the smallest maps that I played, and for that reason it was kind of near and dear. Now LS Next Gen are the ones that made the map for
Your grandpa left you this farm. It needs a lot of work to get it in shape. Do you have what it takes to do that? Well, hell, let's just find out how good you really are.
Hope you guys heard that. There's kind of a neat little intro when you first hop onto the farm. Anyway, LS Next Gen made the original 2013 version, and they also scripted this one for 2015. It is an almost identical likeness. Apparently, well, it was, just let me say this though, it was a different person in LS 2013 that scripted this for 2015. There you go. Or LS Next Gen, sorry, that scripted this for FS15. The big, freaking monarch butterfly, the biggest change here is in fact, well, one, Maru's mods are not yet available. Specifically the pig mod and the water mod. So those were included on this map, and much like Glen Malure, they made it kind of endearing because everything was so close. Other than that, and I believe the pig farm has actually been swapped out for a small forestry area, which brings me to another point. Unlike most maps in 2015, you cannot simply cut down every tree. Most of the trees you can't, in fact. And just like the 2013 version, most stuff does not have collisions. Some of the trees do, as this one does, but it doesn't necessarily mean, and here I'll just, to make this go along a little easier, let's buy ourselves a nice McCullough. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And let's haul her out, and you'll notice that pretty much no matter what I do here, we're not going to get any sort of a bar denoting that I can cut anything, and that's because I actually can't. So, but you can, of course, drop and plant as many trees as you want. I mean, the money mod's out there. If you want to drop 100 trees, scattered in various places, that's a lot of money, but, you can zip it in, zip it back out. So, seed and feed, all that kind of happy stuff right here, of course, your seeds, your ferts, Mr. Rooster, who kind of wanders aimlessly, and you just sort of collect up all your eggs around the house. This also has another kind of weird thing. Alright, here's your chicken coop. Kind of a cool custom chicken coop. You can see that we raise an entirely different breed of chickens here. The long-eared chicken. Kind of rare, but prized for their meat. These are really weird. These are teleporters. And even though this is probably the smallest map out for 2015, you can instantly teleport to 2 other places on the map. This, well, really requires no further explanation. So, what else have we got? It is a wonderful map. One of the features I kind of liked about it was, again, talk about closeness, nice big silage pit, was that these things, this particular type of hopper, were all over the place on some other maps, but they didn't work. This one, you actually can unload your grain, and as you started unloading grain, it made the appropriate grindy, pumpy noises and sorted it into the various silos. And then you could come along, park under the right silo, and away you went. So very cool. One thing they took out of the game, however, and I guess the triggers aren't quite there any longer. At least I assume they took it out. Yeah, I think so. That's not a functional unit. And there isn't one on this one. These used to be usable silos. One held grass and the other Geez, was it silage or straw? One of the two. But yeah, there's your fueling station. Let's see, a couple of weights. That's the other issue with Old Family Farm right now, is even the smaller equipment is pretty much what you would have originally upgraded to on this farm. Like this tractor, this is our second smallest tractor, of course. I have no idea why it's already dirty. That's kind of funny. I guess we get used equipment here. But, yeah. That would have been the sort of thing you'd have been mid or end gaming with here. There's your water fill. Again, not as important because there's no longer a water mod, but if you want greenhouses, I guess, then you would use it. I believe this was grass storage. Possibly. No, straw storage is over here. Yeah, this was straw storage, and you used to be able to pick up and dump it here. I don't see the silo point up there anymore, but we could figure that out. And then you've got your potatoes, sugar beets, and around the back we have a place we can sort of dump out our woody chips. Now, it used to be that, you know, I don't think I'm going to run everywhere. Let's borrow up a mod here. Here we go. And I'm going to show you guys the first vehicular mod I have picked up for this game. This is to keep all my John Deere fans happy. There we go. We now have... Okay. And we'll go have a look at that. So, in one of our fields here, you only own... I think 4 or 5 of the fields, but the others, here we go, what is the price? Yeah, $500. They're very, very nominal values. The idea being is the bank has started to seize pretty much everything on your farm. Yeah, $700, right? And you can pay basically the back taxes and get the gear back, right? And to do that, of course, you're going to do a little farming. Again, now here's the smallest tractor we own. This is 90 horse. Pretty big tractor for this farm. Same with the combine. Okay, that's not actually the smallest combine in the game. But, so we got a couple of fields around. Now it used to be that, I believe, it was just back here. Is it just back here, or is it actually over there now? Nope. Okay. Yeah. If you came in behind this field, this used to be a pig farm. Okay. It's now a forest area. So you can see these. Yeah, see, these are actually cuttable trees now, so there you go. Of course, you can't run with a chainsaw. There we go. Are these cuttable? No, they're not. So yeah, this is sort of an area that's been more or less designated for forestry, and you can drop whatever sort of trees in here you want. This used to be the pig farm, as I say. So you get another field here. This is another farm. Now, there was always 3 farms here, and I guess you could sort of park up a bit of gear here for your pig farm or whatever. Again, $450, so they're all very minimally priced. And we've got a seeder and a little bit of other gear here, right? Very cool. The other farm is, in fact, our sheep farm, but we might as well, first and foremost, head over here, because this is where our sell points are. Sugar beets, potatoes, hay. Here's a little John Deere. A reasonable little model for 2015. I'm not sure yet if this model will get dirty. It's something we will certainly test, because we seem to be one piece of linkage short. Don't know, I'm not going to say so, but see that top piece there? Yeah, we don't seem to have one in the front. So, just not a bad looking little model. Sounds pretty good. At least some of the gauges work. So yeah, you can sell vehicles here. So this acts as your store. There's a fueling up point. You have different sell points here. That one for wool. Vehicle shop, as I mentioned, etc. You can sell hay there. And I do believe that's about it for the main store. Yeah. And then, as I say, sugar beets, potatoes. There is also somewhere now included a way to sell your wood chips, etc. So, anyway, one of the cool things I always liked about this map was the actual layout. It's all fairly square fields, but welcome to Santa Fe Springs. Nice little bit of detail there. Population, 31 and a half. I'm not going to ask, but there we go. But little things like this have been kept in. It's kind of odd that we leave white. Oh well. We used to come down here and drive through the creek. It had that horrible pebbly effect. It looks much nicer now. Then you've got your little town in here with a few little odd little sell points. Right. Over here is your bank. 4% farm loans with loan assistance. You didn't used to be able to read a lot of this. That's really cool. Old Town Saloon. And there's all kinds of sound assets. Sharpening up the, blacksmith, sharpening up a sickle. And over here we can sell our eggs. I don't know where that other thing, oh, that was just the little thing telling me we could sell our eggs. Santa Fe Railroad. Please check in at the office, thank you. And a wonderful little office it is. For real. But this is another unload point, so you can come up here and load your various stuff. I'd have to say that particular texture was taken from, well, last gen of this particular game. You get your duck pond, you get close enough, you can hear your ducks all quack away. Kinda cool. The other sort of thing we need to have a look at is the sheep farm. So, I say, the little village and stuff, now this is pretty much identical to what it used to be. And when you get to a certain place, you'd hear the train. There we go. Every time. Very cool. Alright, this is that other farm again. I just wanted to hear the train, and then we will turn around here. I really hope the Giants releases a patch soon. Some of the vehicle behavior isn't the best. I tried out a map that included their new pickup, and I could actually do donuts. The connectivity between the vehicles and the ground seems to be compromised a little bit to allow them to put their version of the more realistic package in. So, but here we go across this little area where, as you can see, you got a nice big grass meadow to mow on. Well, there's a reason for that. Here's our sheep farm. And again, a little bit of equipment, places to store a few things. But if we actually buy this, some ships, animals, select category, sheep, bias. Let's buy some cows, some chickens. Okay, there we go. I can hear them chewing already. Meh. So here we go. We can wander around the back, and here we see our sheep barn. I don't know, is that what you call it? Now, it used to be all these gates and stuff worked, but I noticed earlier, now, I didn't try those ones with a tractor, but I've noticed on most maps, gates like that don't work anymore. So they're either left open or they're made with no sort of a script on them to stop you from driving through them, i.e. no hitbox. What happens here? Oh, look at that. Nice. And back here, as you can see, is our sheeps. Hello, sheeps. And we pick up our pallets right there. So there you go. Nice auto door features. I like that. I think that's the first map I've seen that's had functional ones. Okay, and that, as short a little ditty as this was, you know, what can I say? This is a very small map. There's not a lot to it, but it is a relaxing, easy to manage, and once they start coming out with a few more smaller and or historical pack type mods, this map you will be sure to see me doing a Let's Play on. So, hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Let's quickly just have a look through here. And you can see we do start with a little bit of croppage. Everything from wood chips to wheat. That worked out well. And here's our map. Man, she is, like I said, tiny. Tiny. And this is funny. This is kind of like oh yeah, Old Family Farm 2015. This is pretty much exactly the way it was done for 2013. And you can see as well when you get down here, I mean, it's tiny. This is the only section of fields. The sheep farm is kind of a little spur. All of this is not usable. So, and then we can go into our growth and our crops, and you can see everything we've got there. So, but there you go, guys. That's Old Family Farm 2015. Awesome little map. Again, I can't wait until they get some historical mods, some smaller mods, because I will definitely give this map a play. Even this tractor's a little too gung-ho for this particular map. But there you go, guys. Take care of yourself. And until next time, well, ciao for now.